Hi guys. Oh, might help if I turn the car on, eh? I'm off to Clevedon today, which is miles away. So, and of course it's Friday, so the traffic's likely to be absolutely horrific. I've no idea why I booked this on a Friday. I must have been mad. Anyway, we are off to see a lovely American Bulldog called Bella, who sounds adorable, but she sounds just very over the top, which, if you know the breed, they are very strong, very heavy. They're not generally really tall dogs, but they're big. They're very big, very stocky, and it can be incredibly difficult to handle if they are over-excitable, which it sounds like Bella is just unbelievably over the top, over friendly, loves everyone, loves everything, and yeah. So we've got to calm her down. So first thing I've got on the list is severe excessive greeting and will wee, because she's so overexcited. So we're going to have lots of jumping up. We'll see that at the door, obviously, when we go in. Lots of jumping up, possibly weeing on our feet. Won't be the first time, won't be the last. So all of that nonsense going on. Attention seeking, wants to jump up at everyone she meets on a walk, pulls on the lead really badly, reactive with dogs and people on a lead. I'm assuming from what I've written that this is overexcited, frustrated reactivity. It's not aggressive based or fear based. It's just, she's just beside herself. So so we just need to calm her down. And then obviously, because of all of that, off the lead, same thing, wants to go and play with every dog. Sounds like her idea of play is very over the top, which is fine if she's playing with another American Bulldog, but not fine if she's trying to play with someone's little Yorkshire Terrier. So bless her. Yeah, we just need to calm her down and teach her some impulse control, self-control, whatever you want to call it, and get the owner back in control of these situations. Obviously sort out any pulling on the lead, make sure she's able to do lovely heel work. We'll have a look at various different options for collars, leads, etc. for that, because we like to get the heel work sorted in the first session, so that the owner can walk the dog at least on the lead from straight away when we do the first visit. So yeah, we've got a lot to work on, a lot going on, but to be honest, it's all the same issue, which is that she's not calm in any situation. So although it's a lot of different things, you know, we've got off lead to look at, lead walking in the house, greeting people, you know, it's a list of, sounds like a lot, but actually when you boil it down, she has one issue, which is total overexcitability, no control, and far too friendly. We love a friendly dog, but especially when you've got, you know, imagine if that was a little Yorkshire Terrier doing all of that. Not such a big issue, you know. Most people don't mind a little Yorkie jumping up at their ankles in a friendly way, or running over to play, or, you know, getting excited. I'd still consider that an issue and I'd want to sort it, but if it was a tiny dog, it's not that big of a deal. But with a dog this size and weight, it's a very big deal. You know, not everybody's going to know that the dog's really friendly. Unfortunately, they're one of those breeds that people look at and automatically assume that they're aggressive or whatever. So yeah, but even if everybody knew that it was friendly, it's still okay. I'm pretty sure I'm going to go home with bruises just from being jumped on, you know, and we just can't have that. And it's no fun for the owner, and it's actually, despite all humanizing beliefs, it's no fun for the dog either, because when they're in that state, they are just so out of their head that they're not actually having fun. It might look like they're having fun, but they're not, because they're so out of control, it means they're living their life in this really high intensity state of mind, which if we're gonna go down the route of humanizing, which I hate, but imagine yourself if you were living like that just all the time. You are the most excited you've ever been 24/7. That's not fun. It might be fun for 5 minutes. It might be fun, if you're going somewhere amazing and you're getting excited, great. But when you're so excited that you're completely out of control, I don't think any human would want to live like that either. I think it sounds dreadful and exhausting as well, so no fun for anyone, no fun for the dog, and we've got to get the control back. We've got to let the dog have fun in a controlled way so that they're not going out of their mind and having zero thought processes, but they're still able, we want us to play, we want us to have fun, but it's got to be appropriate. If we see a lovely playful big dog that we think, great, they look like they could have a great time on this walk, then fine. But if we see a nervous dog being walked on a lead, or if we see a tiny dog, or something completely inappropriate, we cannot have her running over going, yay, play with me, and jumping all over them. That's just not okay in any shape or form. And even having visitors to the house, people don't want to come to your house and go home with bruises because you've got a big over friendly dog that's jumping up them. It's lovely friendly, but still we don't want to be getting bruises just going to dinner with your mate or popping in for a coffee. And even the owner, the owner doesn't want to get bruises every day when she gets in from work or gets in from wherever, comes down in the morning. It's just not, the whole thing needs sorting. We need to calm her down, get her balanced, get her controllable, get her feeling contented and balanced and chilled. She wants to have a chilled life and get excited appropriately, not just constantly. So I think it's going to be a fun session. Now, the other thing that's happening in this session, which will be really interesting, is Hector is going to run this. So as you know, Hector's been shadowing with me for quite some time now, and he's gone through his courses. He's finished one of them, so he's finished his puppy and training course, which is fantastic. So he's all qualified up for that, and he's about halfway through the behaviour one. So as part of his training, obviously he needs to start running some sessions so that I can see how he interacts with people. We can see what needs working on and what he's really good at, and what we might need some extra help with, etc. So this is all big part of his training process, is to do supervised sessions so that I can make sure all of that is going swimmingly. So as this is his first one, I would imagine I will be chipping in a lot, probably too much, because me being a bossy boots and a total control freak, very hard for me to let go. So I have already warned him that he might need to tell me to shut up every now and again if I take over too much. So it's going to be a really lovely session. I'm looking forward to it. Lovely breed. I do love American Bulldogs. They're normally so affectionate and sweet natured, and so should be a gorgeous dog. And I've just got to try and back down and not take over the entire session, and I'm sure with the techniques we put in place straight away from when we enter the house, we are going to see some very big changes in her behaviour during this session, so that the customer has got a really fantastic starting point to then continue on with. She's doing a package C, so we've got 2 1-to-1s and 2 pack walks, which is great. So we're seeing her 4 times, and it's going to be really nice to, I don't think I've worked with an amble for quite a while. I don't think you've seen one on the videos for a while, so that's going to be lovely. And I always love it when we can make quick changes and we can see the difference during that first session. which in fairness we do normally, but with this sort of an issue it normally feels more pronounced, because you know, when they're ridiculously over the top and then we get them really chilled, it's always a really pronounced difference and a really big impact, which normally means happy owner, much happier dog, because like I say, she's going to be exhausted from living in this high intensity state. And I think it'd be also, one thing I didn't mention, it'd be nice to not get weed on when she's excited. So I'd imagine the owner's pretty fed up with that. Anyway, it's going to be a lovely fun session. I will take lots of videos and get back to you after. Oh my goodness. Oh, she's gorgeous. Oh, how can you be any trouble? You're adorable. She's not even jumping. She'd be really good.
We said that. So she probably like that in the sun and not do bugger all.
We said she'll be on her best behaviour.
Well, it looks like she is. She's just sniffing. I was expecting chaos. Right, we've done a little bit of practice with this now, and we're hoping she'll be calmer. Apparently, when we walked in before, that's the calmest she's ever been anyway. Normally she's jumping up like mad. So, but we've done some work, try and make it even better. So we'll see what happens. Oh wow, she hasn't even barked. That's great.
Wait, sit.
Beautiful. Look at that. Well done.
And we didn't actually go past that.
No, that's great. Would you say that's feeling compared to usual?
Oh, like a million times better. I mean, normally going around like that.
So this is lovely then.
Yeah.
You're finding it a lot easier.
Yeah. She walked like that. It's brilliant.
Well, there you go. Didn't take long, did it?
Phil,
Yeah, do give her a little pop. Don't let her get quite so far
keep
ahead.
this tight.
You don't need to anymore. You've got 100% control. So definitely both of you got to start chilling out. Yeah, because at the moment, and it's totally understandable, I'm not going to go at you, but at the moment, you're embraced by Yes. Yeah, it's a habit. Not going to happen anymore. Yes.
That's good. Well done. Well done.
She's been such an angel. Oh, well done, Bella. Look at, she looks so chilled now. Yeah, she's doing fab. Beautiful. It does make a big difference.
Have you got a couple of treats now?
Yes, I have. Yeah. She don't want to leave us anymore. She's been so good. She's like, yay, we can do off-lid hill work now. Right, stand still. Now call her. What have I got to say? Just call her. Bella, come. Bella, come. Yes, good girl. Just forgot the yes. Good girl. So you said the yes right at the end. Yeah. Instead of when she first turned. When she first comes. Yeah. Okay. Good girl, Bella. Bella, come. Come. Bella, come. Yes, perfect. Good. Yay, that was brilliant. We need to remind each other about that, I think, because it's just getting into that habit. Yeah. That was beautiful. Yeah. That was really beautiful. Good.
Oh, she's that good.
Look at her. Yeah. She's so bright.
Bella, let's come this way.
Oh, she's got her leg caught up a bit. That's better. Good girl. She's starting to focus a lot more as well. Can you see that she's keeping an eye on what's going on?
Yeah.
Rather than just doing her own thing. Yay, good girl. She, oh, love her. She's so sweet. Yes, good girl. Yes. So you see what I mean? Yeah, about getting her to do a sit before she got to me. That was literally a perfect example of that. Hello, come. Yes, good girl. Sit. Yes. So I'm saying sit early so that we don't. Your partner, you know, it doesn't. Don't worry. Yeah. Are you chilling now? Are you exhausted? You did so well, Bella. She's so gorgeous. You did so good. Should we do cuddles? Right then, guys, that was just so lovely. I knew that was going to be a really nice session. It was really funny because we went in and you know, they'd said normally, you know, when somebody comes in the door, she's an absolute nightmare and just jumpy crazy. And she didn't even jump up. She was really good, and they were like, well, we've never seen her be that calm. So we didn't get to see the really excessive behavior that she has been doing, but obviously we saw a lot of the other things that are going on, so it's fine. And she was just just such a sweet girl, which I knew she would be. American Bulldogs tend to be incredibly sweet-natured, and she certainly lived up to that expectation. But I could see that there was a lot of high energy, high intensity. She's quite stressy and guarding. One thing that I didn't actually have written down is that she does guard the house and the garden. She's boundary running. They've got a little path that walks by their house, which everybody walks down, so she's reacting to that. So yeah, we did a fair bit of work on teaching them how to control that, just getting her calm in general, and then covered a proper doorway technique for when people come. So all of that, she took to it so well. Actually, the owners took to it really well. They're just being a little bit too soft with her at the moment. She's been a bit spoiled, which is understandable because she's so sweet, and obviously she is a rescue, and that tends to happen is people will over spoil a rescued dog because they're trying to compensate from them having, you know, not had a wonderful start in life. So yeah, we didn't have a go at them about that, but just made them aware, you know, you need to toughen up a bit. She's a 40 kilo big strong dog, and you're treating her like she's made of china, you know? Oh, bless her. So yeah, so that all went really well. All the stuff in the house went really well. She took to it all. Walking was just, we had to experiment with different leads. Now, they just have barely been able to walk her on a lead at all. She was apparently, I mean, we didn't see this because we used good leads from the beginning, but she was incredibly strong, and I could see how, if, you know, she's that strong when there's nothing around, when a dog walks by or some kids and she starts lunging and getting ridiculously overexcited because she wants to go and see them all, that's just a big no-no. And, you know, like she said, she's actually been pulled over by the dog. So the lead walking was a massive priority, and we did get that sorted very quickly. We started off with just a slip lead. She was definitely way too strong for that. It wasn't working for her. We went to a figure of 8, which initially was working really well. But very clever dog, and within about 5 minutes of having the figure of 8, she went from, oh, I'll walk nice and calm with this, to actually, I've figured out how I can fight this now and pull through it. So we then switched to a prong collar, which was just, yeah, absolutely perfect for her. Just, yeah, total control, walked really calmly and steadily. It means that even when she gets reactive, they were still able, both of them, and they've both got various health conditions which make it, you know, impossible for them to hang on to a big strong pulling dog. And because of the way that collar works, which is just so effective, because of all the pressure and the way that it's such a safe, anyway, she picked up the pressure system with the prong collar and was, yeah, just so easy to control on that. Really great watching both of them. You know, they've both got back problems, shoulder problems, things where they just absolutely can't be dealing with a dog that's pulling that strongly, because she will just cause injury and have them over. So it was lovely to see the massive grins on their faces when they realised they could actually walk this dog to heel nicely without needing any strength or, you know, worrying about getting pulled over. We had quite a lot of distractions go past, and she was still very easy to control. Yes, of course there's work to be done on that, but now that they know what they're doing and we've got an appropriate lead collar to walk her on that's working nicely for her, I think she is going to change with that incredibly quickly. So We didn't do hours outside because it's actually it was cold when we got there, and by the time we did the walking it had just really warmed up. And she's not the sort, she's black as you've seen, and not the sort of dog that we want to keep out in the sunshine for a long time. But we did some great work with the heel work and got her used to, conditioned her to the prong, and then we did some great work on a training line so that we can start working on the recall, and even had a great section in that. I'm not sure if it was videoed, where we had a load of kids walk by and someone with a buggy, and she was on a long line, and they said normally that would have been an absolute nightmare. She'd have gone straight over to them, been jumping all over the buggy, and you know, just really overexcited, and they wouldn't have been able to stop her doing that or call her back. And that even if she'd been on a short lead, they wouldn't have been able to stop her doing that because she would have had them over. So on a long lead with barely any pressure, just a couple of leave commands and a couple of little pops, we got her stopping, going over, coming straight back, doing a really nice recall. I mean, it was just wonderful. The owners, I think, at that point were kind of gobsmacked. They did say at the end they just didn't believe that we'd achieved that much in just one session. So it really was absolutely fantastic. Really enjoyed my work day to day. I love it when we see the changes. I love it when we see the owners just getting excited about their dog for the first time in ages, when previously they've just been stressed about it. So oh yeah, really lovely session, lots of great work done. Bella was brilliant, very bright, really wants to please as well. Such a lovely natured dog. And yeah, we booked the next session for a couple of weeks. We're going to meet at Catesham as usual, and yeah, I have a lot more distractions there, and see how they're getting on, and just put a little bit more pressure on her in terms of what she's got to leave alone and just focus on us. And yeah, that's going to be brilliant, I think. And then we can get her in some pack walks. So yeah, absolutely fantastic day, and really looking forward to seeing them again.